What's poppin', air gunners? I'm Denny, the Flat Broke Air Gunner, and this is the Flat Broke Air Gunner Show. And today, we're going to be having a little fun. Stick around, it's coming up next. Welcome back, my FBA family. As you saw the once over the table, we got some isopropyl alcohol, some paper towels, rubber gloves, 3 types of paint, and then packing paper. I'm not going to use sponges on this gun. And then a bowl. We're going to spray the paint in the bowl and use the paper and blot it on the gun. I recently watched an air gun video by Chris Turek, the Up North air gunner, where he suggested that you may not want to paint your air guns. And you may not. There's certain air guns that have ports and air holes and stuff like that that need to be vented. So you really want to make sure certain air guns that, break barrels and stuff like that, they aren't nearly as precise as the air guns that Chris shoots. Chris is a top-notch shooter. He shoots at world-class level, and the guns he has are impeccable. So even dust and stuff can jam up a gun like that. So, unless you know what you're doing, you really want to be careful. This is what I'm doing here. It's all going to be on stuff that I'm aware of what it is and what I'm painting. I'm not going to be just coating the whole gun in paint. I'm going to be using paper and choosing just stock parts, just the scope parts, and barrel and bipods. So stick around. That video is going to be coming up in a photo montage step by step as we go, and that's coming up right. Well, first off, before we get to all that, like I said, the isopropyl alcohol. Put on the gloves, use the paper towels, wipe the whole gun down. If there's any oil on the gun, there's a high probability that the paint won't stick. So you really have to make sure. I've already done it. That's why I was about to skip over the whole thing, because I'm ready to go straight to the paint. But you really want to make sure it's all clean and free of oil, because even your fingerprints have oil in them, and that will cause some problems with the stuff. So clean the gun well, make sure everything's good to go, and then get to tapping some paint, and that's what's coming up next. What we're going to do is you're going to take this plate, shake up the darkest color first, spray it in the bowl, grab it out of the bowl, and tap it. I'm not going to be spraying the paint in here, filling the bowl, because, come on, man, I don't want spray paint flying all over in here. But really, it's real simple. What I do is kind of aim down at off the edge of the bowl and into the bottom, and try to keep it in a small area so that you could use the bowl more than once. If you spray it, up here and let it run down, you're going to have mixing of the colors. If that's what you want to do, that's cool. You can do that, because it's all going to be on the same air gun anyways. But I'm trying to keep these very separate and distinct. So stick around. We're going to be doing some dabbing coming up right now. Here we go, folks. All the brown is down. Now we're working, and we're going to go with this Rust-Oleum camouflage brand. This is olive drab type color. I keep turning my head up like that because I'm blind and I have bifocals. Even though these look like sporty shades, no, they're old man glasses, just in cool frames. Anyways, we're going to come right back, and we're going to be doing, again, the same thing. I'm really liking the paper effect. When you use a sponge, you have the same texture every time you tap it. I mean, you could roll the sponge around and do different stuff, but every time you wad the paper up, it changes the print that you put on the gun, air gun. So next is going to be the olive drab. Stick around. That's coming up now. Okay, here we go. It's just more sponging and tapping. Well, it's not sponging because it's that paper. And it's just tapping and wrinkling it and reshaping it. I'm trying to hook this up really cool. This is actually a gun out of my collection. As I said, Moose donated it to me, and I am now giving it to a young shooter who was at the Ken Hicks Spa airgun event last weekend, which this is probably going to be posted a long time from now, so you won't know when last weekend was. But he came in third place. He was kind of bummed, and I told him, you know, even though you came in third place, you still got out there and you competed, so you're going to get something cool. And I made sure I'm going to make this super cool for him. We're going to hit the orange, and we'll be right back. Here you go, folks. Here's the finished camo job. Like I said, the majority of the camo jobs that I do, it's sponging and stuff like that where it doesn't take any skill at all. I mean, a little bit, but it's just really just slapping colors all around. As you saw in the video, it was really nothing. The photo montage doesn't really give you a real feel of how simply it's done, but by looking at it, you could tell. It didn't take Picasso to get this done. This has actually been painted for a buddy of mine. I met him at Ken Hicks Airgun Shoot, and his name is Bryce. This is going out to Bryce, so hopefully he enjoys it and appreciates it for what it is. Bryce, this is going to be your gun. I'm going to review it, and then I'm going to send it to you for the Christmas episode, so stick around. There's going to be more to come. I want to thank you guys for tuning in. Not only does your viewership, but your friendship truly means a lot to me. Always be a straight shooter. Always wear your shooting glasses when you're shooting. Stay FBA for life, my friends. Take care of yourself. Look out for your friends and family because it's just the right thing to do. I'll see you guys on the next video, and as always, God bless.